I'm really tired of all the stupidity that we keep seeing. And it's blatantly in your face. We're seeing, people that we used to talk to that say we're hateful, doing nothing but just bashing the shit out of half the country and throwing everyone into one box all the time. As, racist, bigots, misogynists, you name it. Even though, they don't really give you any proof. They just hear it and they repeat it. And it's been beaten in the brains to that's what they believe. Don't care what the fuck you say. That's what's happening. P.S. For everyone on the left, if you're listening, which I hope there's people on there, but kings don't let you have any kind of protest against them and just let you do it. Doesn't work that way. Big thumbs up. But, like I said, the title. Common sense is, very hard to come by anyone because everyone's been manipulated for so long. Why do you think they made propaganda legal again? Look how fucked we are since they did that. Everyone can say whatever the fuck they want, and that's what got us here. Plain and simple, to the point, that's what got us here. Is the fact that anyone can say whatever the fuck they want, no matter what it is. And, it's legal. It spreads all kinds of division and hate, separates, families and all that. But, it just makes us a shithole to live in and, to be around people, because people just, I can't remember too many times where I was just shit-talking half the country during Biden's presidency. Then the second Trump, won, it's been nonstop every day, the same people, just all of them. Just finding ways to attack people, insult people, and do everything. And then somehow say, we're the ones that are full of hate. Go back, you guys were peaceful, loving for 4 years. I wasn't telling you you're all deranged, fucking psychopathic racists. Most of us just said you were violently uninformed. He had nonstop since he won. Just hate, 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 hate. Turned up to 1 million against us. But I got, a lot of quick things to go over. I'm going to try to keep this one a short one. So let's just go over some things that show that common sense is dead. Shall we? I think we should. Should be fun. Here we go. Like the thing we heard, Kamala say during the debate. Very fine people on both sides. Hate to break it to y'all. I've posted it before. If you don't know what he actually said, that's not on us. That's on you. Because the whole entire audio thing is right there where he bashes the crazy people on both sides before he gets to that. But you're so fucking turned up, you won't even look. You won't even see it if we post it. You don't care. Those on the left. They still believe it to their core, even though it's been disproven. Or Russia, 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 where we all said it was something. They said it was something else, and then all the reports that have come out have pretty much confirmed everyone on the right was right, with our findings on it, but we're all crazy for going after anyone for doing that. Kamala, as the VP pick, you said was just, they said was just because, she was the best candidate, even though Biden came out and said he was going to pick a person of color and a woman, which, helps get those two people to vote for you. And he picked Kamala as the woman of color. They got the votes with the way the temperature of the country was in 2020. And that's what happened. That's how it was. She got picked simply for those things, not because she was the best candidate. And, you could tell anyone she's not the best candidate. That's why she got smashed, on election night. She wasn't good. Joe's health, which even as, everyone's come out. We've seen Democrats come out and say they lied about it. Because everything, that was saying he was fine was more important than, the country. They had to beat Trump no matter what, so they kept lying about it. So apparently everyone knew. They just, covered up and said we were all crazy for years and years and years. Kamala not picking, a gay man for the inclusion people because they didn't think that would work. A black woman and a gay man. No, Mayor Pete just sucked. That would have been a catastrophic pick too, but especially on your side, it's them. They're saying they're all inclusive, but they didn't pick the gay men because they thought they couldn't beat Trump with it. If you guys are the inclusive side, that should have, been able to have a much better chance than Tim Walz's dumbass. But again, what do I know? The injecting bleach thing, violently disproven. Even all the mainstream media said they're full of shit on that one. Half the country's racist. Don't even need to get into that. The economy was good under Biden, even though all the jobs reports had to get fixed, but they never showed that on most of the media. And we've been fucked for years now. Most of us, anyone with a brain noticed that. Also, the ones with the brains are the ones that aren't watching the news and getting all their news off of, mainstream media, celebrities, Facebook, that shit. Illegal immigration wasn't happening. They said that for years. Look at all the numbers of that. I'm not going back over that. Find the old episodes. Inflation was everyone's fault, to include Russia's, even though it was happening before Russia invaded Ukraine. That was all their fault, but their own. Tariffs. They said we're going to bomb everything. And then even all the people from the big, S&P 500s and all these people big corporations all came out and said, yep, what? Not having that effect. We were wrong. Dun, 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 dun. No one's above the law unless they're Democrats or illegal aliens and people are trying to, enforce the law. Remember, Democrats last year were all honest because we didn't like law and order. We didn't care about the border. Now that we're actually enforcing the stuff and doing what we're supposed to and following federal law, suddenly, everyone's above the law. Because it's only no one's above the law unless, they're not on their side. Unless they're on their side, then, sorry, they're all above the law then. Apparently, Charlie Kirk being a racist, all the people that say anything bad about him, you never watch the full context, you have no brains. If you watch the whole videos, it says the complete opposite. Trump is a king. Again, show me where. It's just dumb shit and you guys just, and the left just jumps the second they get anything fucking ridiculous like that. Shutdown is Trump's fault because, he doesn't want to add $1.5 trillion to the thing. We're already in debt enough. But they still believe it when they say it's all our fault. Why? Because we won't give them $1.5 trillion with the T dollars to add to everything. And by the way, everyone that said, arguments, conversations I had through the week, like if it wasn't already allocated, if we didn't have the money, which we're going into debt by trillions, hundreds of billions, trillion, every year, we don't have that money. And if you are mad that people are getting, cuts to Medicaid, waste and fraud. If you can work, you should be working. You shouldn't just be sucking on the nipple of the taxpayer because we're going broke. The alleged fiscally responsible people are mad that we're stopping this from happening and telling able-bodied people to go back to work. And they're mad that we won't spend an extra $1.5 trillion. Like they're batshit crazy. They swing, they flip, they flop. They're insane. The right is the hateful ones. Again, look how much we get shit on nonstop for a decade. We bring out facts. If we were the hateful, vile ones, we didn't burn anything to the ground. We didn't try to kill Trump. We didn't kill Charlie Kirk. Didn't shoot up the senators at that, baseball field. The big ones aren't coming from the right. Freedom of speech is under attack. No, if you're a fucking idiot and you say stupid shit and you work for a corporation or someone, they can fire you. Government can't go after you. You can get fired for being a fucking idiot and saying stupid shit. That's the way the world works. Those corporations, they don't have to follow the same thing as the government. If you can cost them money, they can get rid of you. And the fact that everyone on the left thinks they're right, no matter what, and they're the moral superior, even though I just went through, 5 minutes or so of just all the bullshit that they've been wrong about. And that they keep just spewing at all of us. I'm tired of seeing people on my friends list telling us that we're all fucked and we're scumbags and we're this, that, and the other thing. If you believe that, believe any of the things I just told you, I'm sorry, you're not morally superior to a fucking anything. You're fucking stupid. None of those things are real. They've all been disproven, proved to be false, and yet you still spew them non-fucking stop and just insult half the country. I don't know how that makes you the nicer person and not full of hate when that's all that happens 24/7. If you got your stupid ass phone, this fucking thing right here, in front of your face 24/7, look up some shit. Try to be educated. Do the world some fucking good. But Jesus Christ Almighty, we need some common sense back in this fucking bitch.